Why is consistent funding for independent Irish theatre so hard? Imagine a vibrant stage filled with fresh ideas, bold stories, and voices from all corners of Ireland. Now picture that stage often struggling to stay lit. Why does this happen? Well, the main reason is that Irish government support for independent theatre is limited and often unpredictable. Most of the money that keeps independent groups alive comes from public funding, which can be cut or shifted whenever political priorities change. Unlike big commercial theaters that make money from ticket sales and sponsorships, independent theaters relying heavily on grants. These grants are not always guaranteed and can be hard to get, especially for newer or smaller groups. Another challenge is the divide between subsidized and commercial theaters. Subsidized theaters are funded by the government and tend to focus on artistic risk-taking and experimental work. Independent theaters usually fall into this category, but funders often prefer projects that are proven to attract audiences, which can make it tough for innovative or minority voices to get support. This creates a tricky balance for independent groups trying to stay true to their artistic vision while securing funding. Structural issues also play a part. The funding system sometimes feels like it favors artists with established networks or those from more privileged backgrounds. Artists from marginalized communities or those without strong connections might feel pushed aside. This limits diversity and new perspectives in Irish theatre, which are essential for a lively, evolving culture. Economic and political instability in Ireland can also shake up arts funding. When the economy dips or governments change, budgets for arts and culture often get cut. This leaves independent theatre companies scrambling for support when they need it most. Funding bodies tend to see independent projects as risky, especially if they involve new voices or experimental work. They worry about whether these productions will draw big audiences or not. For travelers exploring Ireland, these funding issues mean that independent theatre shows might be fewer or less well-funded. You might find more performances at larger subsidized venues or commercial theaters. But when independent productions do happen, they often give a fresh look at Irish society and culture. They can be more daring, more diverse, and more reflective of real Irish life. Supporting these shows by attending or sharing your experience can help keep this part of Irish culture alive, even with the funding challenges they face.